So why don't you ask your question?
I've already forgotten my question. Went away with my noodles.
About Kinzo.
Well, I did ask if Kinzo was Battler.
You know, I'm still trying to understand.
Well, because he kept using the same language, it's useless, and maybe that's why he wants to meet Beatrice, because it, all just comes full circle. Except I'm not too sure where the children come into it, that side of it. I'm not too sure.
So Battler is his own grandfather.
If she's my grandmother, who's my grandfather? Isn't it obvious? You are.
There have been
Are you going
worse
with
stories.
Are you going with a time travel thing here?
Yeah, kind of.
So is it actually Maria
What do you mean, is it actually Maria?
instead of Angie?
Maria for what? For the time traveler. Maria's the time traveler. Well, that was the time traveler. Well, this world that they're in, it just keeps going and repeating, so why not? At the rate he's going to be an old man by the time they solve it. Maybe he still hasn't solved it as Kinzo. Or maybe he solves it and he gets the gold and then he becomes Kinzo. I don't know.
We'll see, I guess. We are still on the island.
Do we ever leave the island?
Well, we've had Angie parts.
Yeah, but Angie's on the island now. We're stuck on the island pretty much. Ava's died.
I'm assuming this is all during the family conference year. I wasn't sure if it was in a previous year, but I think it's in the current year now. Or it was. Last chapter at least. Forcefully opening the door with a clunk, Rosa flew in with Maria. Is Genji's son or anyone there? It doesn't matter who. Bring us a bath towel. There was already a full-blown typhoon outside, and it was starting to pour down hard. Even though she'd had an umbrella, Maria had been in the rose garden amid all that wind and rain the whole time. She had grown ice cold. Maria had gotten into a minor fight with Rosa in the rose garden and had been told to stay there. She had done as she was told and had continued to wait in that spot, even though the rain was pouring down. Rosa certainly had gotten a little emotional and angry, but Maria's stubborn whim was probably more to blame. The cousins who had seen that exchange were relieved to see that mother and child were close to each other again. Rosa scrubbed Maria's head with a towel. She seemed overcome with worry that Maria had caught a cold, but Maria herself was nonchalant. Are you okay? You didn't catch a cold, did you? Maybe we really should go back for now and get a change of clothes.
Ooh, I'm just fine. More importantly, I'm hungry, so food's better than changing clothes. Ooh.
She looks okay, Aunt Rosa. She's got to be if she's this spirited. It's a really good thing she's had an umbrella. I was thinking she might be soaked to the bone. The fact that she had an umbrella certainly is a silver lining.
But Maria, even if you have an umbrella, you've got to get to shelter when it starts raining so hard, okay? Little girls definitely shouldn't let their bodies get cold.
Ooh.
It's okay, Jessica-chan. It's Mama's fault for telling her to stay there. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
Ooh, I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl for doing what Mama said. I stayed there even though it was cold. Stayed there until Mama came. Ooh, ooh.
Yes, you really are a good girl, Maria. You did exactly what Mama said. Very well done. But next time, even if Mama tells you to do something, find some shelter if it starts raining like that, okay? Promise Mama.
Ooh. Promise, Mama. Ooh. Ding.
As Rosa listened to the motorbike drive by, she gently held Maria. They joined their pinkies together and promised. Battler and the others realized that by touching her mother's pinky, the warmth had started to return to Maria's body.
Wait, is Rosa a witch too?
Why is Rosa a witch?
She heated her up with her pinky.
I think it's implying that, because when you get cold you can't really move your fingers well. that she had enough warmth in her that she was able to, like, use her pinky. Kanunkan, thanks for the towel. That really helped. It's been a long time since I've done Canon.
Yeah.
Then if you would excuse me. As Cannon bowed with a blank expression, as though he had done nothing that required gratitude, he left the parlour. Okay, it's already dinner time. Let's all go together. I'll even give Maria my dessert for being so good.
Ooh, really, Mama? Ooh, get dessert. Ooh. Love Mama.
Hey Maria, don't jump around. Maria, Mama loves you too, Maria. Love Maria.
I feel like this is a different side of Rose that we didn't see in the, like, early episodes. Because wasn't she, like, beating her up and stuff?
She...
Just feels so conflicting.
Well, you know, she was there. Maria was in the rose garden because they had a fight.
Mm.
And then she got fed up and left her there. So I think that happens in, I'm pretty sure, every episode.
Okay.
Because you remember the rose?
She gets
Maria's rose?
Yeah, she gets slapped in the face.
Yeah, I think that basically just happens every time. We just have seen it so many times we don't need to go through it again.
They just have a weird toxic relationship.
Yeah.
I love Mama too. Love Mama. Ooh.
Ooh. Rosa and Maria looked really close. Even the cousins who watched started to feel a long-forgotten warmth fill up their chests. You know, that might be the age when you're on your best terms with your parents.
It wasn't like that for me. Mum was always yelling at me to study.
That's because they love their children.
And he would have had the same thing.
Yeah, he would have had it rough.
Yeah.
A parent's love isn't always gentle and indulgent. Let's not skip you there.
Ooh.
My mother was strict with me too, but now I realise that it was because she treasured me so.
Ooh. Love Mama. Love Mama.
Love Maria. So shall we get some food? Let's be friends and hold hands.
Ooh. Be friends and hold hands. Mama and me. Friends.
Yes, that's right. Mama and Maria are friends. We'll always be like this. I love you, Maria.
Feels like the dream has been shattered.
What's going on all of a sudden? What's up? The sudden sound had come from the teacup Gretel had been holding, which had fallen and smashed.
Sorry. I got careless. Sorry for dropping it.
The cup on the floor had smashed to pieces. Would it really have made such a sound and smashed to pieces just by being dropped from that height? Even someone as thick-headed as Battler could realise that she was in a bad mood over something, but he couldn't understand why she had suddenly grown so displeased. When she made to bend over and pick up the fragments of the cup, Ronove appeared out of nowhere and stopped her. You will injure yourself. Leave the cleaning up to me. Shall I bring you another cup of black tea?
I don't need it. I guess the demon's black tea just doesn't match my tastes. Oh, to think there's someone whose tastes aren't satisfied even by Ronove's tea. I must respect your discerning palate. I'm getting bored, so I'll go out for a second.
Bored? Wait a sec, this is where things start to get interesting. About now, Maria's probably going to say that she got an umbrella and a letter from Beatrice again, right? This is the essential part.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm counting on you to clean this up.
Leave it to me. Without saying anything else, Gretel disappeared of her own accord. Her form literally melted and disappeared into thin air. There was definitely a displeased expression on her face, but neither Battler nor Ronove, and of course not Beato either, could understand why her mood had so suddenly worsened. All that remained was the scent of the black tea she'd spilled. What's going on with that?
I don't like it. No, to be more blunt, it disgusts me.
Ooh? Why are you so irritated, Auntie?
Why, you say? Isn't it obvious? Ooh, I don't understand. Even Maria One-chan with that blank expression on her face irritated me. As I held my hands, palms up in the empty air, from out of nowhere, a single book landed on them. It was Maria One-chan's diary. Speed read, as I sped read that. Even though I didn't turn the pages were flipped through, despite there being no wind. And the door to Maria One-chan's world opened.
Why do you think I'm not happy, Andy?
Think about it objectively.
By objectively, you mean from your viewpoint, right?
Are you trying to say that the truth is different for me and you, Maria One-chan?
Truth can change its form depending on the observer. And observers from the future will always override that form. Andy, what are you trying to do to my happiness?
The pages of the diary were flipped through at greater and greater speeds. Then a brilliant light poured out from the depths of the diary, swallowing everything up and painting over everything with white.
Sorry, Maria. Mama has to take care of some urgent business that piled up, so I need to stay holed up at the company for a while. I probably won't be able to come back home until late at night the day after tomorrow.
Ooh. Then what about your promise to go to the movies with me on Sunday?
The movies?
Judging by Rose's tone, she had clearly forgotten that promise. But Maria's response to that was an apology for asking.
I'm sorry.
Maria apologized for troubling her mother by asking that question.
I'll stay home. I'll definitely wait patiently. I'll take a bath every day and change my underwear. And I know where the money is. I'll go to a different store every day. I'll try not to go out too late. If a policeman asks, I'll say I'm running errands for Mama. I'll do what Mama says, like Mama says. That's like blatantly avoiding getting in trouble. Like she knows she's being neglectful.
Why is that?
Yeah. Like asking, because if you go every day to like the same shop, like the shop person's gonna know that something's up. So she's like purposely putting in places and steps like, that's really dodgy.
Yep. That's right. You really are being a good girl. If you do that, I'll buy you a present, okay? Go to bed by 9. You mustn't tell the teacher or any adults that Mama isn't coming home, okay?
Yes. So, Mama, do your best work. Do your best. Finish your work and come back as soon as you can. I won't cry all night and annoy the neighbors anymore. So come back quickly.
Well then, I'm busy, so I'll hang up. Be a good girl and wait. Don't do anything you shouldn't. Goodbye.
With a tone of finality in her voice, Rosa hung up the phone without waiting for Maria's answer. Maria politely set down the receiver and returned to the sofa. There sat the stuffed animal, Sakutaro, with whom she'd been watching TV until a second ago. Sakutaro was holding the remote control to the TV. The TV had been turned off because of the phone call. He looked like he was telling her to push the switch because he wanted to watch TV again, quickly.
Sakutaro, wanna watch TV?
Idiot! You don't want to watch anymore, Maria. If the actors team gets all the questions right, they can still make a huge comeback. Idiot!
No, that's enough. TV.
Again,
Mama was busy with her work and didn't come home. Mama works so much overtime that she doesn't come home until late. Because she has dates or something, she always comes home after drinking a lot of alcohol, even though she's not good at drinking. and with a pale face, she goes straight into the shower and then to bed. And because she has overtime even on the weekends or something, she says she has to spend the night there and almost never comes home. Recently, she started saying something about how she's got a big job she's working on, so this sort of thing happens a lot. The pictures I did my best on during throwing time were laughed at by everyone, but even so, I wanted to show them just to Mama, and once again, she won't be able to look at them for me. And I could talk about the time everyone pushed the job of cleaning up onto me, but I did my best all by myself and was praised by the teacher. Or the time I went shopping and the man at the shop said I'm always such a good kid and gave me a free canned coffee. Then there was the time I wanted to encourage Mama because she works so hard on her job and hid a card for her under her pillow. And there's a lot of other things I wanted to talk about.
Mama's working really hard at her job. She's working with all of her strength so that we can eat every day.
I hate her job. If only she'd just quit.
A job is an important thing for adults to do. It lets Maria eat, buy clothes, pays for her school lunches, and pays the deposit for her summer camp. All that happens because Mama works and earns money.
I don't need food, don't need clothes, don't need school lunches, and don't want to go to summer camp. It's not like any of the groups will let me join in.
Who do you... Just now, on the phone, Mama promised that she'd buy a present when she comes back from work, right? I think she made that promise because you're important to her, Maria. And she'd feel bad if she made you lonely.
You think so?
Who do you? It definitely isn't a pain for her, or annoying, or anything. Mama also wants to be by your side all the time, Maria. It's also painful and sad for her since she can't do that. I remember when she spent the whole night by your side crying.
Yeah, I didn't understand why she was crying, but she was so sad. I couldn't do anything but stay silent by her side.
I remember the last thing Mama said then. She said, "Thank you, Maria." She said that just by being by her side, you were her only ally in the world. Who do you remember?
Yeah, I'm her only ally in the world, she said. Sakatara set the remote control on the table, curled up onto the sofa, sat on my lap, and spoke to me, gazing into my eyes.
I'm sure Mama feels the same way you do, Maria. The designs Mama draws are the only ones laughed at by her clients. Only Mama's company has troublesome jobs pushed onto it by other companies. Mama is the president, so she has to take care of everything by herself. Only Mama's company never gets included in the businesses of other companies. Mama's only ally is Maria. If you tell her to stop doing her job, where in the world could she find an ally?
Sakataro.
The only person I have in the whole world is Maria. The only person Mama has in the whole world is Maria. What about you, Maria?
I've got Mama, and I've got you too, Sakataro.
So, Maria, you aren't lonely at all. Who do you? Since Mama's busy with her work, she can't be together with you very often. But please don't blame her for that, Maria. In exchange, I'll always be here. We'll be by your side forever. So don't cry, okay? Who do you? Can't your sadness be stopped if I'm with you?
Sakataro.
From the corner of Maria's heart, which she had been doing her best to seal up, drops of sadness finally dripped down. Plop, plop. Plop, plop. Plop, plop, plip, plop, plop. Even though weekends when
Even though weekends when Mama didn't come home weren't that rare a thing. It wasn't as though that night was particularly painful or sad compared to other nights. And yet my tears poured down.
Keep switching.
Liu, Maria, don't cry. I'll always be with you. Even if you cry, Maria, I won't. I'm a lion cub, so I won't cry even if I'm lonely. Even though I want to cry too, I won't.
Why won't you cry, Sakataro? Even though you're so sad that you can't hold back the tears, you won't cry?
Liu, but if I cry, he will make you feel better, so I won't. After all, I want to get your spirits up.
If I get my spirits up, will Mama come back?
When Mama comes back, if she's welcomed by a happy Maria, I'm sure she'll be happy. Liu,
Mama will be happy?
Liu, if you do that, then I'm sure her fatigue from work will also be healed. Then I'm sure she'll start feeling better sooner and will play with you a lot. When you come home and Mama's waiting for you there, and she's in the kitchen in high spirits, don't you feel really happy? I'm sure Mama feels the same way.
So if I watch over the house in high spirits, Mama will be happy too?
Liu!
Sakataro nodded deeply with his big head. The tears couldn't keep falling from Maria's eyes. If she greeted Mama with this tear-stained face, Mama would probably get sad too.
You know about it, Maria. You can't use the magic that creates smiles if you aren't smiling too.
Yeah, I know, so I won't cry anymore.
Hey, Maria, I have an idea for how to have a fun time. Liu, want to hear it?
What?
Mama won't come back until late night Sunday. So let's have a pajama party and keep it a secret from Mama.
A pajama party!
Until you get tired late tonight, eat candy and drink soda in bed and play with me.
A pajama party! Yeah, sounds like fun. I don't have to go to bed at 9, right? Mama won't get mad if I don't sleep.
This is a secret between me and you, only for when Mama isn't around. So tonight, until you get sleepy, let's have fun the whole time. Let's eat jelly beans and try to guess what color we'll get next. Let's split open peanuts and try to guess which half is the grandpa.
What? That's gotta be a Japanese thing.
Well, when you open peanuts, there's like two, right?
Generally, yes.
One's like smaller than the other.
Which one is Grandpa?
I assume the small, wrinkly one.
Really?
Let's split open the peanut.
Yeah, just said that.
Let's search for treasure in the closet. And more and more. I wonder what it'll taste like if we mix cola and melon soda.
Ugh.
Ooh, I wanted to try it once but asked Mama if it was okay and she got mad.
Liu! Let's keep it a secret from Mama and try it out. Tonight, let's play a lot, laugh a lot, and blow away our tears with happiness. Don't worry, it'll definitely be fun if I'm here. I'll definitely make you happy, Maria.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun if Sakutaro's there. I'll definitely be happy. Thank you, Sakutaro. I won't cry anymore. Let's play all we can, get happy all we can, and say welcome back when Mama gets home.
Liu! Tonight, let's play a lot and feel a lot better. Let's have the kind of secret party we can only have when Mama isn't here. If we're noisy enough, I'm sure plenty of friends will come to play from the land of the Looking Glass and Wonderland. Then we'll have so many friends that we won't be able to get bored. Liu!
Ooh!
Then Maria began her pajama party all alone with Sakutaro, having fun until late into the night. She played by sticking her hand into the bag of jelly beans without looking, trying to guess which color she'd pull out next. Sakutaro had a good intuition, and got it right a lot. Maria also had a brilliant streak where she guessed right 4 times in a row. The game where she split peanuts open and tried to guess which was the grandpa was easier than guessing the colour of the jelly bean, so she got it right a lot. Sucking her salt-covered fingers was impolite, but that was the yummiest part. She liked both cola and melon soda on their own. She hoped that by mixing her two favourite drinks, there might be a flash of light, like alchemy, and a new drink that no one had ever tasted before would be created. She got excited about how, if it turned out really delicious, she'd call it Sakutaro soda and sell it. But unexpectedly, it had a weird taste that she hadn't hoped for, and the colour was somewhat dull and thick. Maybe I shouldn't have been surprised that black and green mixed together would make this.
Too bad. I imagined that it'd become a sparkling pineapple color. But it was an awesome, incredible, fun night. If it's this fun here, maybe Mama will feel like coming home and drop by out of the blue. So I got the feeling that Mama might suddenly come home and went to the front door many times to check. But there was no Mama. No way Mama would be able to come home when she was this busy with work. But rather than a feeling of loneliness, it felt just a little disappointing that Mama couldn't join in on this fun late-night party. Sometime soon, I'll do this when Mama is around and let her join in. Mama likes some things I don't like and don't think are yummy. So maybe she'll like the Sakutaro soda. When Mama comes back tired, I'll serve her some. And more than anything, I want to at least write about this fun night in a letter and tell Mama about it, so that these feelings of happiness will reach Mama too. Her work is always so tough, and she comes home so tired. I hope that I can share this happiness with her. Mama will almost certainly come home tired late Sunday night. And I hope I can brighten her day, even just a little, by sharing this happiness. I gently placed the letter on Mama's desk. To Mama, good job with your work again today. Let me share my happiness with you. From Maria. Then I decided to give a present to Sakutaro for proposing this wonderful party. It was a small red muffler I found when searching for treasure in the closet. When I was still very young, Mama knitted this tiny thing. Maria was embroidered on it with knitting wool. I softly wrapped the muffler around Sakutaro. It really suited him, accenting his yellow with red very well.
Uryu, does it look good on me?
Sakutaro looked embarrassed as he wore his first present ever. Yeah, it looks really good on him. Ooh, Sakutaro, thank you so much for everything. It was so fun tonight. I can't even remember why I was crying. Let's be together from now on. And let's always play and laugh together.
Uryu, love you, Maria.
Me too. Love you, Sakutaro. After playing so wildly, Maria's room was a mess. Maybe she played a little too much. But I am tired for today, so let's sleep together. And tomorrow we'll clean up together and welcome Mama with a clean room. Alright, Sakutaro?
Uryu.
Cat hair in my mouth.
See? We are so happy, right?
Is this your happiness, Maria One-chan?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Even though you were looking forward to that movie so much and Aunt Rosa promised that she'd definitely take you, she completely forgot.
She just happened to forget because she was so busy with work. Even if she remembered with her work, there'd be nothing she could do. Whether she remembered or not, Mama would have spent the night at work. She couldn't go to the movies. Whether she remembered or not is a minor issue.
There's no way that's a minor issue. After all, when Aunt Rosa answered movie on the phone, it was obvious that she'd completely forgotten her promise. And when she heard that, Maria One-chan's moon definitely darkened. Well, like you say, even if Aunt Rosa had remembered her promise, you wouldn't have been able to go to the movies in the end. But even so, to think that your mother just forgot her promise to spend one of her few days off with you, it's sad. I'd be mad.
Yeah, it was sad, because even if she had remembered, we wouldn't have been able to go to the movies. But after that, I had a very, very fun night with Sakutaro. You must have thought that pajama party looked really fun too, Angie.
There's no way that would be fun. I mean, all that messing around you did that night was just intentionally making a big fuss about nothing. Also, you could forget that you were lonely and that your mother wasn't coming home.
That's not true. I really did have a fun party with Sakutaro.
No, that's wrong. You were just so sad and you hated your mother so much for forgetting her promise that you made a mess of your room.
Where was something like that ever written in my diary?
It isn't written anywhere, but by reading in the gaps between every line, I can understand your feelings. You didn't have a good time at all that evening, and you stayed up late when you were told not to, broke the strict rule about eating sweets outside of a snack time, and even when that didn't bury your sadness, you went wild in your room and made a mess of it, right? And after you made a mess of your room and were all tired out, all you did was claw at the bed sheets and cry yourself to sleep, right?
The diary does say that Mama probably forgot her promise about the movie, and that I stayed up late having a pajama party with Sakutaro and made a mess of my room searching for treasure.
Yes, and this is what it means. You were starving for Aunt Rosa's love, Maria-One-chan. Aunt Rosa always put her work and her public image first, always keeping you on the back burner. That's what disgusts me, because I know just how superficial Aunt Rosa's words of love for you were. You should realize this yourself. So, how can you say that you're happy despite that? I don't understand that part of you, Maria-One-chan. Even at my age, I can't understand it at all. Why aren't you sad? Why is it that you can experience a reality filled with misfortune and can call yourself happy? I can't do it. I can't understand it.
You're a sad kid, Auntie.
I don't get it. Why are you pitying me?
Even though a fact about a really fun pajama party is written about in my diary, if the same fact is observed by different people, it has a different form.
I remember talking about something like this with Bonecastle. Truth is unfixed and changes its form every time it's witnessed, by the way it's perceived. In other words, depending on the person who perceives it, a single truth becomes different truths, and truths of the past are painted over by truths of the future.
In the diary, I wrote that what happened that night was very, very fun.
You described the events of that night as something very happy.
And yet, when you read the diary, the events of that night sound very, very sad.
Even though you described it as a happy scene, I read between the lines and realized that that wasn't true.
Stop it! This tells of a happy night. This is the truth of that night. Please don't take this happy truth and paint over it with a new, different truth.
Are you happy with this, Maria-One-chan?
Yes, I'm happy. That's why I feel sad for you, since you won't be able to feel happiness in a similar situation.
Right now, I'm like she was then, just as isolated with no friends.
Angie had accepted her isolated reality for what it was, but Maria painted over her isolated reality with a reality of happiness. Ushinomiya Maria took a sad truth and changed it into happiness. That was the only and yet very large difference between
me and Maria-One-chan. And even though I'm unable to accept it, I'm also jealous of that power.
Yes, that's right. This is power. I was able to find happiness with that power. Because you don't have that power, you can't find happiness, Angie. Or burn.
What is that power?
I didn't know what to call that power either. Not at this point in time, at least. Eventually, I was taught its true form. I'll talk about it later. On the next page. So then late Sunday night, Mama came back with the present, just like she promised.
I'm back.
Mama! Welcome home!
Udiu! Mama came back. Mama came back.
Waiting to greet Rosa as she returned home all tired out was Maria, in an unbelievably good mood, holding Sakutaro. Most likely, Rosa's worn-out expression was partly because she was really tired, but partly because it would be a pain when Maria, who should have been grumbling after staying home alone for several days, would cling to her sobbing. However, when she was welcomed by an unbelievably happy Maria, and found that her fears were unbelievably needless, Rosa couldn't hide her surprise.
What's going on, Maria? You're in a great mood? Is someone here?
It was strange
Shinzo.
enough to make Rosa think that a friend had come over and that she'd come home right when they were having a good time playing together. There was no other shoes by the entrance. Even though Maria was in such high spirits, she had been home alone. At first, Rosa was suspicious that the cause of this unexpected good mood could be nothing good. But that really was a needless fear, and in any event, Maria really had been in a good mood while she watched over the house. Even if Rosa's heart had been as cold and hard as a rock after being welcomed with a smile like this, Rosa started to honestly accept that smile, and a smile rose to her own face automatically. In that smile, you could no longer see any of the weariness of someone who'd been unable to return home for several days. Maria kept talking about what a fun time she'd had playing with her stuffed animal, Sakutaro. Rosa really hadn't imagined that the stuffed animal she herself had given her would be so appreciated, and she couldn't hide her pleased surprise.
I see. So you spent the time together with Saktaro. Well done, Maria. Here's a present for Maria and Saktaro for being so good.
Udiu! A present! A present!
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Both Maria and Sakutaro started jumping around. There were two presents. One contained an assortment of Western sweets. Inside was a Scotch cake. It's got to be Scotch biscuit, right? Like finger biscuit.
Dunno.
It looked to be of very high quality. But Maria was more interested in the other one. The other one was an even bigger box, and it was pretty heavy.
Go ahead and open it. They might become new friends for you and Saktaro, okay?
Wow! What's this? What's this?
Inside, laid there like chess pieces, were about 20 small ceramic figures shaped like animals. Squirrels, rabbits, small birds, dogs and cats. And they were all holding musical instruments. In addition to them, there was also a panorama-style background. A forest scene was drawn onto it.
Forecasting.
Forecasting. The small forest animals were gathered in a plaza and looked like they were having a good time. Rosa set it up on the table. And when she then lined up the ceramic figures like chess pieces in front of it, it became a band of forest animals.
Isn't it wonderful? I saw it in a store window and I was taken with it at a glance. This is a present for you for being such a good girl home alone, Maria.
Ooh, thank you, Mama. Awesome, Sakutaro. Look how much our friends have grown. It's just like you said, Sakutaro. It was true that if we had a fun, noisy time, we'd get more friends.
Right? Didn't I tell you? Look, we have more friends. Look, we have more friends. Udiu!
Relieved that her gift had been appreciated, Rosa ran away. Rosa remembered that she'd been filled with several days of weariness.
Mama, you really worked hard. Go take a shower. If you take a hot one, I'm sure your weariness will go away. Want to take a bath? I'll choose what to put in the bath today.
Thank you. But it's already late, so get ready to go to bed. Mama is tired, so I'll just take a shower and go to sleep. I have to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, got it. Here, Mama, I'll take your coat off.
I can do it myself. Oh, thank you.
Mama, your coat is full of smells from outside. Ooh? Oh, sorry, something fell out. I'll pick it up, okay?
When she took Rose's coat, a receipt or ticket stub of something fell out. It had been in Mama's pocket, so it was probably important. Maria hurriedly picked it up. It looked like a ticket for the green car or the Shinkansen or something. Atami? Wasn't that a place famous for its hot springs? At that moment, with a razor-sharp sound, the warm atmosphere shattered. Instead of the Rosa who'd been there just a second ago, enjoying the gift with her daughter and recovering from her weariness with a long-awaited return home, there stood a person who looked exactly the same but who had a completely different, terrifying expression on her face. In her hand was the ticket stub that Maria had picked up. She had stolen it from Maria's hand in an instant, just a few seconds too late. By the pain of her hand that had been hit and her mother's expression, Maria realized that she must have done something wrong. She didn't know what she had done that had gotten her into trouble. It was probably because of that ticket stub-like thing. Was she not supposed to touch it? Even though she had tried so hard to welcome Mum with fun and happiness, she had touched something important to Mama without asking and had ruined that pleasant atmosphere. So Maria apologized immediately.
Sorry. Even though she must have heard those words of apology, Rose's expression actually darkened.
That would be not Maria.
Maybe those weren't the words she had been hoping for. I can't be bothered switching back and forth all the time. It's too confusing. Maria didn't know what to do and stared at her mother's reaction. Then, even though it should have been such an important ticket stub, Rosa crested and hurried off to her room. Maria didn't really understand what she had done wrong. Ooh, I must have done something I shouldn't have. The paper must have been something important for Mama's work, and I touched it without asking.
You didn't do anything wrong, Maria. That's why tonight was so very happy.
Yeah, happy.
And when Mama takes a bath and clears her head, she'll go back to being the normal, nice Mama. So you mustn't worry about it. Who do you?
You're right. Mama's tired too. Ooh, mustn't worry about it. After all, we were so happy tonight.
Who do you?
Just stop it. I can't watch this.
Auntie, I think you're looking for happiness in the wrong way.
You're the one who's wrong, One-chan. How can you call this happiness? It's so pitiful that I can't watch anymore.
What is? That Mama suddenly got mad? That happens sometimes when humans get tired. Condemning a person because of a momentary misplaced emotion isn't very adult of you, Angie, coming from the girl who sounds like she's 3.
I can't believe I'm hearing this from a 9-year-old. That's not the problem. That ticket stub you picked up was clearly strange.
What was? There was nothing strange about it, and it has nothing to do with the happiness of that night, right?
Aunt Rosa called because she'd been staying over at a company because of work, right? Why Atami? Isn't that what you call a vacation? It means she left you and went on a vacation, right? And you normally don't go on vacation by yourself.
Even if it was a ticket for Atami. That alone doesn't make it proof that Mama lied and went on a vacation, right?
She lied on the phone, and then she changed her expression so drastically and grabbed it from you. What more proof could you want?
It might have been from a business trip long ago, right? Or maybe she just happened to pick up some trash and put it in her pocket. It might have been a receipt from someone who worked for her, who went on a business trip. In that case, it would be important for her work. It wasn't a toy, so I can understand why Mama took it away. This evidence you're talking about is only circumstantial. Imagination and delusions. I don't know why you're interpreting it in a way that makes our relationship worse.
I'm the one who doesn't understand why you're interpreting it in a way that's so convenient for Aunt Rosa.
As I thought, you're such a pitiable child, Angie. Even though there are so many fragments lying about you that could make you happy.
Young Virgilia, it sounded like.
You can't find them. No, I can get Virgilia out of my head. Instead, you only look at unhappy fragments and continue to get hurt. That's why you're scared of being hurt, and only start looking for happiness after you check to make sure there's nothing around you that could hurt you.
When I talk with you on Achan, it gets hard to tell which one of us isn't making sense.
You know what? There are lots of happy and unhappy fragments, and they fill up the world. So people who can't find happiness right beside them won't look to find it no matter how hard they look. Like TYL. What is that? Mittel.
I don't know.
Searching for the bluebird.
Yeah. That story with the moral.
You're the complete opposite, Auntie. You're searching for a world without a fragment of unhappiness. But that's the same as a bluebird. So you'll be unable to find your happiness for all eternity. Is that the Hansel? Or is he the bluebird?
Is it supposed to be Hansel and Gretel?
I think it's, I'm sure it's a story somewhere.
Give it a rest already. In any event, I understand that a night of happiness was wasted because of a single scrap of paper. It sure is scary that a single scrap of paper could do that. In that case, maybe the power to get your happiness back can also lie in a single scrap of paper, right?
Just when she'd finally been able to communicate with Maria after so long. Rose's face twisted with a mixture of anger, sadness, and a fierce self-hatred as she flew into her room and closed the door.
Maybe I should do it.
Yeah.
Maria's sorry had sliced into her chest sharper than a knife. At that time, she noticed a cute envelope placed on her study table. It was probably something that had come with the girls' magazine.
No!
To Mama, let me share my happiness with you, it said. She took it, and after hesitating, opened it, and read what was inside. Then, after letting 2 large tears drip down the paper, she flew out of her room, hugged Maria from behind as she headed for the bathroom, buried her face into her daughter's back and cried. Then, realizing that she was the one who should be apologizing, she apologized.
Why is Mama apologizing? There is no answer to that question. Look, we already made up. Something like that was absolutely nothing to worry about because of the friendship Mama and I share.
To me, your happiness is too painful, Maria One-chan.
I understand how you feel, more or less. Before I realized I had that power, even I was a pitiful child who could only find fragments filled with misfortune, just like you are now.
What is that power? This power that I don't have, but you do. Are you saying that I'm unfortunate and you're blessed because I don't have that? Just what is this thing you can't describe except with an abstract word like power?
Yeah, you do want to know that, Angie. That's why you've been reading my story so far. Of course, I'll teach you. I'll show you the secret to that power. And it's something I taught you about long ago, when you were little, right? Did you forget?
It's okay, I remember. Now I know she will teach you. Dang it! She? Who's that? Oh, who is this? What voice is it getting? Is it the toy?
Go Beatrice, I guess.
I shall teach you in Marie's place. Beatrice? The power Maria has, but you do not.
Yeah, the power I have, but Auntie doesn't. It's
Magic! It's magic. Maria and Beato said it together. And then they started giggling because they'd said it at the same time. It was an innocent reaction, one that didn't seem like Beato at all. Black tea was arranged on the table in a peaceful garden, and Beato, Maria, and Sakutaro, who was sitting on Maria's lap, were having fun chatting. Oh, I see he is called Sakutaro. So this is your best friend.
Uryu, nice to meet you. I'm Sakutaro.
Ooh, Sakutaro's shy, so he's nervous. It's okay, Beatrice is also a great friend of mine.
Uryu, are Maria's friends my friends?
Yeah.
Uryu, then am I Beatrice's friend too?
Yeah.
Uryu!
Maria, does something like this happen frequently for you in your everyday life?
Ooh, what?
Is breathing a spirit of magic into inorganic matter and giving it life like this commonplace in your everyday life?
Sakutaro isn't inorganic matter. He's a lion cub.
Uryu!
A stuffed animal makes for an excellent vessel. It is not uncommon for spirits to be made to reside in them when they are spoken to by innocent children with no toxin.
According to Beatrice, every time a child plays with dolls, the dolls actually gain a will and converse with them.
It's either neutral or Anji, I'm not sure.
Sometimes even moving gives them power for their own will. By their own will. However, because of their innocence, the power imbued into such vessels is very weak. If they get struck with even a tiny bit of the toxin from a human's common sense, which says that there's no way a doll can talk or move, they instantly revert back to being non-speaking dolls.
However, this Sakutaro stuffed animal of yours is different.
Ooh, Sakutaro is a stuffed animal, but he isn't one.
Uryu, I'm a lion cub. No, Uryu.
I think it's meant to be like a roar.
Sakutaro is a lion cub, but he's still a kid, so he can't roar sometimes. Uryu.
Uryu.
Gazing at Maria, who was playing around with Sakutaro by the table loaded with tea, Beatrice let out a sigh of admiration. How incredible! This Sakutaro, with a cloth and cotton vessel as a shell, has completely materialized into the human world. He has his own personality, talks with the summoner freely, and even moves by his own will. And even more surprising is that Maria did not summon him using the name of a person from another world, but created him out of a sea of zero. After that, Maria boasted to Beato that Sakutaro wasn't her only friend, and that she had made many more of them back at home. It seemed that there were other similar stuffed animals and dolls who could talk and move of their own like Sakutaro. It was something natural for Maria. It was natural for her stuffed animals to talk, move, and become her friends of their own will. When she saw that Maria accepted this as something natural as a witch, Beatrice felt a respect bordering on awe. Maria, without a doubt, that power of yours is magic.
Is magic? I'm still a witch apprentice, so I can't use magic yet, right?
No, it is magic. Because you cannot use it consciously, you are still an apprentice. But even so, what magical power it is! The materialization of your friend Sakutaro is excellent proof of that.
Materialization.
Indeed. In your case, it may even be fitting to call it creation. A piece of inorganic matter that would have no soul at all in another's hands can have a soul sent into it through your magic. Furthermore, that strong magical power lies in the human world. In this era so filled with the toxin that denies magic, summoning a magical power that can materialize a single life form is not easy even for me. It isn't hard to give birth to any number of soulless beings. However, giving birth to a being with a soul is very difficult. This is what Beato asserted.
I don't really understand what you're saying, Beato. You're saying Sakutaro is amazing?
Both you and Sakutaro are incredible. You should be proud. I see that which Kinzo desired above all else seems to dwell most strongly within you.
I don't have a clue. Is that
Sakutaro? Algie?
I think Ganji.
I don't have a clue why Beato is praising Maria so much. Right, Sakutaro?
Uryu!
What should be truly admired is not only that a soul has been made to reside in a stuffed animal. Even more significant is the fact that you have changed your own world view. When it comes to giving birth to something from nothing, you stand out from the crowd. It is easy to make 100 from 1. However, giving birth to 1 from 0 is not. When you do become a full witch, beyond just becoming a match for me, you might grow into a great witch that even I must acknowledge as superior. A witch of origins, perhaps? I'm really looking forward to your future.
It's too bad you end up getting killed.
Ooh. Beato said I have talent as a witch.
Isn't that great, Maria? Uryu, Beato, thank you for praising Maria.
No need to thank me, Sakutaro. That red muffler truly suits you, and I am envious of the talent of your master, who was able to give birth to a friend like you.
Uryu, thanks for complimenting my muffler. This is a present I got from Maria. It's my favorite.
And its size is truly like a muffler that was created just for you. I see, I must also give my new friend some kind of present.
Ooh. Beato is giving Sakutaro a present?
Of course, a gift from a witch must be something with magical power. In that case, so that he can be your friend for all time, and so that you can have even more fun playing with him, I shall give Sakutaro my magic power. With that, he should be able to materialize even more strongly.
Ooh. I'll be able to have much more fun playing with Sakutaro? How is that?
Uryu, what could it be, Maria? Is it something scary?
Don't worry.
Don't worry, Beato won't do anything scary. Right, Beatrice?
Indeed, I believe you will like it. So, to make him materialize even more strongly, a stronger image will be necessary. Well, what to do? Beato crossed her arms and thought about what she could do to please them even more. Then, right there, was the form of yet another witch. It was Beato's teacher, Vigilia. Vigilia truly was a great witch. Since Maria already thought of Beato as a great witch, this person Beato called a great witch must have been a great witch. According to Beato, she still didn't even rise up to this witch's feet when it came to the magical powers.
My. I thought I heard some cheery voices. What a fun tea party this seems to be.
Oh, teacher! Perfect timing. I want you to look at this lion cub. I hear he's Maria's new friend.
What a lovely lion son. I wonder if he can greet me. Hello, nice to meet you.
Uryu, I'm Sakutaro.
Sakutaro fell into Maria's lap, greeting Vigilia with half of his face poking out over the edge of the table. It seemed he was very nervous, since this was a witch that even Beato called teacher.
Ho 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 ho. What an adorable name. As a reward for you, for giving such a good greeting, here's a sweet for you.
After waving her hands about, Virgilia held the palm of her hand upwards, as though she was lightly grabbing it at the empty air. Then she held her fist out in front of Sakutaro. When she opened her fist, there was one of those individually wrapped cough drops.
Uryu? Maria, it's candy. Awesome, awesome.
Ooh! Isn't that great, Sakutaro? Make sure to thank her.
Uryu, thank you very much for the candy.
Go.
Even though Virgilia was a great, great witch, she still treated a stuffed animal like Sakutaro to an elegant greeting. Still, teacher, cough drops? Are you someone's granny or something? Can't you at least pull out some strawberry milk candy?
How rude. In that case, I won't be giving you any more.
Sorry. Well then, Maria, take out your grimoire. And of course your writing tools.
Ooh, yeah, I'll take it out. What should I write? Oh, what are you starting?
I will use a magic I learned from you, teacher. Magic to make a resident of another world materialize into a vessel. I think that by applying that we may be able to further strengthen the power that makes this friend of Maria's materialize. I wanted to give that as a gift to Maria and her friend.
I see. For a being that has already materialized, it shouldn't be that difficult. That could become a wonderful gift. Well then, I shall help too, if only a little.
It would be very reassuring if you would sign for this magic as a witness, teacher. Be glad, Maria. This would be a wonderful gift.
Uryu, what's happening? It isn't scary, is it? Is it?
Don't know, but I don't think it's scary. What could it be? I can't wait.
Beato borrowed the grimoire from Maria's handbag and majestically flipped through the pages. Then she found an empty page among those with magic circles drawn on them, and flattened it out. After gazing at Sakutaro with a grin, she suddenly started moving her pen. It was something like a written declaration made by witches to a high-order world. It was magic whose effect could be controlled if Beatrice wrote and Virgilia signed. Maria didn't understand what Beato was writing at first, but partway through she figured out the wonderful magical power of this document, and her eyes began to sparkle.
Uryu? Uryu! What is it? Maria, what's she drawing? Uryu.
Sakutaro was on her lap, so he didn't know what was being written on the table. But even if he had seen, Sakutaro probably wouldn't have understood.
Awesome, Sakutaro! Wait a bit. Almost done. It's amazing, Beato. Amazing! When it comes to writing documents of power, this child's talent is magnificent. You might even serve well as a secretary in the spirit world.
How's this? Not so bad, right? After finishing her writing with an intense amount of concentration, Beato looked over the document again from a distance. It seemed she was fairly satisfied with her work, and Maria, who was also peeking in at it, let out a cry of wonder.
Awesome, Beato! Cute! Ooh.
By the name of the Golden Witch Beatrice, I now acknowledge Sakutaro, Maria's child. Teacher, if you would sign as a witness.
Yes. By my name, I witness and acknowledge this oath. It is done.
Virgilia signed, completing the written declaration. It was a document with the power to proclaim to the beings of a higher world that Sakutaro had most certainly materialized in the human world. So Kotaro, who had been born from Maria, was nominated by the two witches, Beatrice and Virgilia, and just now his existence had been acknowledged by the higher world. That itself was the great magic of materialization. According to Beato, it was apparently quite fortunate that Virgilia was there. After all, depending on the number and quality of witches that signed proclamations to the higher world, the power that resided in them could change drastically. Virgilia in particular had many friends in that higher plane, so her signature gave the proclamation a power which Beato's couldn't even compare. By this proclamation, I accept you, Sakotaro, as an individual with his own ego, and I welcome you as a friend in accordance with the contract of marriage sociere. Is it mariage?
I think so.
Mariage sociere. From now, I don't know what that word is. Sakotaro is our common friend. And for that I shall bestow upon you a fitting form as a gift. Accept it. Why do I feel like there's going to be a big reveal?
What do you mean, big reveal?
It feels like it's going to be someone we know already.
What? A lion cub
Yeah.
toy?
It's not going to be the butler, is it?
Butler?
The butler.
Genji?
No. I forgot his name. Ronove. She's not going to steal... I don't know. I don't trust the witches.
Having a good time. Have fun.
With the grimoire still open to the page with the proclamation, she turned it around and handed it to Maria. Maria showed it to Sakotaro on her lap.
Do they spell it Saktaro or Saktaro? It keeps switching.
I know. When Sakotaro beheld that proclamation, he felt something hot and bright begin to dwell in his body made of cloth and cotton. Even as he looked around, nervous at the sensation he'd never felt before, that power strengthened, and eventually a bright light completely swallowed him up. Oh,
Yeah, that's Runaway.
that's cute. Then, when that light disappeared, there Maria's friend Sakotaro held a new form and existed. Ooh, ooh, ooh! You're cute, Sakotaro! Really cute!
Does it really look good on me? It isn't embarrassing?
It is a very lovely form, Sakotaro-chan. I figured that muffler was his charm point. And the ears. Animal ears sure are nice, truly cute. Let me nibble him later.
Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you very much for the wonderful present.
There is no need for thanks. This is out of respect for your wonderful magic and your friend. And now that you have reached this level, it would not be odd for you to graduate from being an apprentice at any time. From now on, I shall instruct you on even more new and fun magic. From this point forward, you may call yourself Maria, an apprentice witch of origins.
A witch of origins?
Indeed, it is the title of a witch who seeks to become a creator. Right now, you are just an enchanter, a magician specializing in forms of magical enhancement, who has only enough strength to breathe magical power into the small objects around her. But after 1,000 years of training, you could conceivably use the magical compendium that resides inside your heart to create a galaxy.
The talent of a witch of origins is very rare. Even though everyone has it when they are young, no one can continue to hold on to it. This title is also proof that you have not lost your untainted heart. Ooh, a witch of origins! Awesome! I'll become one. I'm Maria, an apprentice witch of origins.
Maria, that's so incredible. A witch of origins, incredible, amazing. Who are you?
Eventually you'll be able to call yourself a full witch, Lady Maria, Witch of Origins. It may be a good time now to give not only Sakutaro, but you as well an appearance fitting for your rank. Here, I shall give a proper outfit for one who, while still an apprentice, is worthy of using the title of a witch. It's going to be the purple... Does she wear a purple thing? No, that's the other witch.
Ava.
Yeah. When Beato waved the pipe that was her cane, many gold butterflies that had appeared out of nowhere grouped around Maria. I almost read that as groped Maria. Giving her a wonderful dress. She looks older now. It certainly was fitting for the girl who would eventually take the name of the Witch of Origins, combining both cuteness and dignity.
Amazing! Awesome, 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 awesome! Cute, cute! I want to show these clothes to Mama too. Can I?
The full dress of a witch must not be shown indiscriminately. Its value increases if you're stingy with it. Then, the Great Witch, the Witch's Apprentice, and their new friend Sakutaro enjoyed a lively tea party.
See? Look how happy I am. And look how fun this is. And how cute I am. Please don't be afraid of being happy. Becoming happy isn't the same thing as accepting your current misfortune. It means creating a new happiness out of your current misfortune. That is the magic of origins.
I didn't want to acknowledge my current world. I couldn't bear to accept such an isolated and painful world. That's why even though I was entranced by your world, Mirione-chan, I couldn't cross the final line.
I'll teach you about my magic of origins. Now, I taught you before, right? And you used it before. Did you forget? You are also a witch apprentice, Angie, with your name entered into the Mariage Sorciere. Weren't you?
Yeah, that was true. Oh my god. Mariage Sorciere. That takes me back.
Do you not see it yet?
I also had my name entered in there at one point, didn't I? No, because I'm dumb and I haven't done this, like...
Oh, I thought they were gonna go into it right then.
Let me just have another bite of lunch.
What is happening? Do you even follow?
Is that how Beatrice created her, those bunny Destructo twins?
Maybe. Maybe not.